rock and roll trucker.
This is the Rock and Roll Trucker. We're knocking out miles, we're eating good, we're rocking and rolling and having a good time. Come along for a ride. Let's see where we can go today.
Good dark morning. It's Monday, December 4th. 20 days out from Christmas already, for Christmas Eve. Oh man, already. Yeah, Monday, we're in the truck. We're getting ready to pull out. We've got to get over to Dayton, Tennessee to get this load from Friday off our trailer. We made it home Friday a lot later in the evening than we wanted to. It was dark. It was rainy. We basically missed out on all of Friday night, but we made the most of it. It was a rainy Saturday, but we still got out and enjoyed ourselves. And then yesterday on Sunday, we got out and rode up to DeSoto Falls, Alabama, looked at the waterfall, saw some river otters out in the wild, saw some cool art, and went and ate at a fantastic place. I'll talk more about that later. I'll even show a little video of some of that in here. But it's almost time to get going. It is 6:48 Eastern time. We're doing our routine, getting everything together, getting ready to pull out. We're going to head for Dayton, stop and get some quick fuel, and be off we go. And then from there, we're going to Calhoun, Tennessee to grab a load, going to Rutherford, North Carolina. Back to Carolina again. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to go. I got things to do. We got to get this day started. Let's go trucking. Ride along with me, will ya? Come along. All right, folks. We made it to our receiver in Dayton, Tennessee. We are unloaded. We're about to pull out of here and head towards Calhoun, Tennessee. Pick up a load going to North Carolina. I believe this one ought to be dropping hook on that end, which would be great. And if it is, I hope we at least get a good trailer. That was relatively painless unload there, but I only had 6 skids on there. And it did take a little while, mostly due to the fact that I ran into one of the many anomalies of the trucking industry. A lot of places, when you show up to pick up or to unload, no matter what time you show up, it's break time. It's always break time at some of these places. You just can't seem to escape it. It's just a bizarre anomaly within the trucking industry. Like, show up, oh, there's the bell for break. Oh, our guys just went on break. Oh, we're about to go on break. Oh, it's gonna be about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Like, I got 6 skids, guy. Like, you can get in there with a pallet jack and have that all pulled off in 5 minutes, but whatever, I understand. It's part of the ball game. We got out of there. Wasn't horrible. Looking like rain out in front of me. As you can see, the windshield wipers just went by, so I had a little bit of sprinklage coming down already. Yeah, that's where we're at. Headed to Calhoun. We go to Rutherford, North Carolina with a load. They must have had somebody fall off of a load or something, because for most of the weekend, I didn't have a load offer setting in my app, and late last night I opened it back up and there was one in there for a load today. So I had to unload here between 8 and 10 a.m. today. And they had me another load that was due to have picked up yesterday, that was due to unload in North Carolina today between 8 and like 11 p.m. So somebody must have fallen off a load, because we're going to pick up a load that is essentially already going to be late by the time we get hooked up to it and get on the road. And the place stops receiving at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. So there's going to be no real chance to get that off of the truck today. So this is going to roll off over into tomorrow, when I was hoping to get something delivered today to cap off the pay period, maybe make a good, good week out of it. No such luck there. Just going to have to be yet another average pay period there, but hopefully this one's starting off hot. We'll see. I don't have high hopes with heading into North Carolina. It's an exhausting business, y'all. We're making it. We're surviving. We're about to get up into the holiday season, and that's going to be a real challenge to survive through that. Not going to be a lot of money for the next few weeks, but we can make it into 2024, we will have accomplished one small goal there. You know, we'll make it into the next year, and then somewhere along March or April there, we'll, you know, if we're lucky enough to make it that far, we will be marking our first full calendar year in business if we can survive that long. So we're rapidly closing in on 1 year, and not everybody can say that they've done that. Not everybody lasts that long, and especially right now, you know, things are tough, things are tight, and a lot of people are starting to fall back out of the industry. A lot of the blood is starting to be shed from all the new people that jumped in for a cash grab around, you know, right around the COVID and post-COVID times there when things were really hot. I saw a video the other day that said here in this and last report, I don't know if it was a quarterly report that just come out or if it was a weekly, but there had been like a fresh report of like 5,000 new operating authorities had been dumped and dropped off, you know, out of the ball game here. So we got brokerages that are starting to suffer and go out of business and stuff, and things are starting to come to a head from all the hot period there. And we've been suffering through a down period the whole entire time I've been in it so far, and it's not looking to drastically improve real big anytime soon, but it's showing some signs of starting to restabilize, with the capacity starting to kind of wither itself, you know, kind of work itself out of the business here. I don't want to see anybody go out of business ever, but, you know, it's got to happen right now. There's so much excess capacity, so many excess trucks out here right now that it's just bound to happen. It's a survival of the fittest at this point, you know. I'm just only hoping that I'm fit enough to keep my skin in the game for a little while longer until everything comes back, you know, so I can, you know, work my way out of this industry on my own terms instead of just not being able to survive it anymore. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Right now, I'm going to drive. I'm going to try and get where I'm going. I've been to where I'm going a couple of times, but never from over here where I'm at, so it'll be a new ride over there, and I need to pay attention to where I'm getting to, watch my direction. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to do some of that truck driving, and I'll catch back up with you guys here in a little while. We picked up a trailer on the dropping hook with a bad mud flap. We got to change that. Well, here we are, folks. As you just saw, we had a busted mud flap on that trailer that we picked up from our dropping hook, but we got that changed out and we are getting ready to roll. I don't know why these two guys feel like they need to be parked along the guardrail over here. They're disturbing people that are trying to back in their parking spots. They're disturbing people that are trying to get out of their parking spots. Meanwhile, there's a whole bunch of parking spaces that they could be in. That guy's just sitting back there with his door open, with his shoes off, with his feet in the window, just getting in everybody's way for no reason other than too lazy to back up into the truck, into the parking spot. I don't understand drivers now. I don't know why they do what they do. There's no reason for that. Just get out of the way. If there's a space for you to get into, don't get in everybody's way. Like, you're really disturbing the process there. But yeah, we got that mud flap on. We're over here at the newish. It's been here for a while, but in the scheme of things, it's a fairly new truck stop over here. The Loves, right outside of Loudon, Tennessee over here. Not a bad stop. If you're heading 75 north, yeah, it's a little, you have to turn left off of the interstate ramp with, and go across a 4-lane with no red light. It can be a challenge to get into coming from north. Headed 75 south, no problem, but it's not a bad load. It's your typical Loves. You got a Arby's. You got the new thing they're doing where they're cramming in RV spots and just further and further and further and further taking them away from the concept of an RV, or I mean from the concept of a truck stop. They love to charge us a whole bunch of money for diesel and everything else in the store. They love taking our money, but they also
less like a truck stop and making it more and more inconvenient for us. That's a conversation for a different day. But yeah, typical Loves. Not bad though. Reasonably clean in the parking lot. It's already in the process of getting trashed like most other truck stops because savage ass drivers can't behave themselves. But store was mostly clean. Not bad, not bad. But we had to get that Mudflap. We'll have to get reimbursed for that. I didn't feel like doing the whole rigmarole of taking it to the shop, having them call in and pay for it. It's that's just a big process, especially the Loves. They're never in a hurry to get anything done. It's going to cost the company extra money. It's going to cost me a whole bunch of time when in less than 30 minutes I can run in the store, get a potty break, get an Arby's break, purchase the Mudflap, come back out, slap it on, and be pulled back out of the parking lot. So no sense in wasting time and money when I can just do it myself and get a reimbursement. So that's what we did. We got it slapped on and off there pretty quick. Luckily, it looked like it must have been changed not too terribly long ago because it had nice newer bolts and washers and was not all rusted in place and was very, very easy to get off, very, very easy to put back on. It was not difficult at all. I didn't even have to alter the holes or anything like that. It lined up nice and square. So we're good. It took a few minutes and I didn't feel like burning today, but it don't matter. It was quick. We got it done. Part of being a truck driver sometimes. You just gotta get out there and get a wrench in your hand and get your hands dirty sometimes. We're on our way now. We're about to jump back on to 75 here, as you can see. We'll run up on through Knoxville. I think we're going to stop for another quick splash of fuel at Strawberry Plains, exit on 398. And then we'll proceed to get as close to Rutherford, North Carolina as we can get today and still find a good place to park. And we'll get there and get that load off in the morning and hope for something good to follow up with. Well, that was all a mouthful. I'm out of breath, I'm out of shape. We can get off here for a few minutes, get some of this driving done. I'll catch back up with y'all somewhere in North Carolina. I'll be good until then. Go get you something to eat, get a snack, get a nap, whatever you need to do. We'll see you in a little bit. Greetings from North Carolina. We're on I-40 somewhere around Asheville over here. We're 50-ish miles away from where we got to deliver in the morning. It looks like we're going to have to hold off till in the morning, and it looks like rain out ahead of us, even though the sun is shining. Can't tell what's going to happen with this weather, but we're starting to try and figure out where we want to stop and stay for the evening, and we'll go first thing in the morning and go get this load dumped off. Then we've got to bounce over to Charlotte, North Carolina to snatch one up to get over to Jacksonville, Florida. We are going to stop somewhere short of where we got to be tomorrow morning because right around where that place is at, I've been there once before and I don't have any recollection of there really being any quality places to park in the general vicinity over there, so I don't think that there was anywhere for overnight parking at the customer, and if they even allowed it, if there was, but I don't remember there even being, so we're just not gonna chance on not having a spot. We're gonna start hunting now. I don't remember what all's down through here, if much of anything. It's only 3:30 in the afternoon. I hate we're gonna be killing so much of the day with doing nothing rather than being productive, not being able to get this load off, but it be what it's going to be, right? I don't know. Yes, we'll have some good downtime to kill, take it easy and rest up, get our bed made back up with our fresh, clean sheets and stuff. We did laundry over the weekend, but yeah, I don't really remember what our options are down through this stretch of road here. It's few and far between that I have to ever stop for the night in this stretch of interstate here, so I've never really made much of a mental note of what is through here. And I don't think there's a huge amount of options, but I'm sure here in the next 30 miles or so there's got to be something for us, right? Keep our eyes out on these billboards and these interstate signs here. Let's see, we've got exit 55 coming up. Is there anything on it? I'd like to go down a little bit further further than that. We may have to just get out the old trucker path here in a bit, pull over and see what it's showing, see what we can figure out. It's always a handy tool when you're not completely sure of what you've got available to you. Looks like there's not anything on this exit that I need to be worried about, so we can go down a little bit further here. We've got our next couple of days lined up, and we got a little bit too much time to kill on this load, and then after that, things are going to get pretty tight. Things are going to get pretty tight for us from there. And particularly the load after the next, we got to go Charlotte to Jacksonville, and then from there we've got to bounce back to Savannah and grab one, and then bounce all the way back to Milton, Florida for 5 a.m. the next day. And to be honest with you, that's really gonna take about everything we've got available. Once we factor in that deadhead, it's gonna be a tall order to get that one in properly there, but yeah, we'll get it figured out. We always somehow figure it out. It's like they either give us way too much time or not enough time. It's we never seem to have a happy medium, but it always ends up putting us in a rush and in a bind, but we'll get it figured out like we always do. We always get it figured. Let me see. Yeah, it's getting awfully dark little patch of clouds out there in front of us. I don't know if that's rain or cold front. I assume it's something in front of us traveling in the same way that we are, so maybe we won't catch up with it. I don't know. We'll find out though. It's showing about 61 degrees right now on my truck thermometer, so there is potential and room for it to get much chillier over here in this area. I don't know. I haven't looked at the weather report. I haven't looked at much of anything. It was just a kind of a scurry to get out of the house and get going and get everything moving on time this morning, so I hadn't really checked on things such as that. But that's where we're at. We're past Asheville. We're just looking for a place to rest our weary head and get everything figured out. Yeah. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish driving and figure out where we're going to be, and I'll talk to you next on this next clip. We'll be where we're going to be. I'll let you know what's happening. But as for now, I'll wrap this clip up, and I'll see y'all on the next one here very shortly. Y'all hang out and be good. We'll see you in a bit. Well, people, we managed to find a parking space. Only about 20 miles from where we need to be in the morning. I think I'm over here. I think this is considered part of Marion, North Carolina. There's a Love's. I made it to the Love's. Not a ton of parking here, but I squeaked in the parking lot just at the right time. There was one lone space remaining over here in the corner, where I've only got a neighbor on one side. Now I'm taking a chance if somebody parks diagonally from me in the other corner spot, if they're in a big large car or something. Could be interesting getting out of here in the morning if they're still here, if they don't have any courtesy on backing as far as they can into the spot. But I've got a spot. I'm here. I'm settled in. Debating on whether to go walking or not. There's a Mexican place, pretty decent walk. There's a barbecue joint, a little bit even further. Kind of hungry, don't know if I want to spend any money, and I need some exercise. I love walking, I love getting out. I want to go for a walk, but I'm just not feeling it today. So I'm trying to force myself to get up and do something. Just not feeling any of this today. Not at all. Not at all. It's a struggle some days to push yourself through it all. And I'm here. I made it. Found a place. So that's a win. Yeah, gotta take all the little wins you can. So, what can you do? What can you do? It's not always exciting being a truck driver. Very rarely fulfilling. But it's what I do. It's my job skill. I can do a lot of things, but I'm not necessarily on paper qualified to do a lot of other things, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not having an up day right now. I know I've got to stick with this for a good while longer, and I will. I'll see it through. It's what I've been doing for a long time, and I'll keep on doing it, and I'll perk back up and get in a better mood here in a little while.
Just having a few down moments here. But I do need to take my win in the fact that I found a parking space. Didn't think I was going to get one here. So I was kind of lucky. Very lucky to grab one here. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to... Wow. Is that guy trying to... Well, there's an empty parking space, and a guy was lined up to back into it, and it looks like a guy in a bobtail just totally ran up behind him and snatched his space away from him. I can't tell if there's two spaces and this guy's parking next to him into one, or what's happening here, but on the surface, it looks like that guy just got his parking space ripped off from him. Maybe there's another one side by side there, or maybe this guy's going to wise up and give it back. I don't know. If he stole that space from him, boy, that ain't going to be... There's going to be somebody not real happy about that. There must be another one I'm not seeing there. There's no way. Surely not. Surely not. No, surely nobody's that bold to do that. You can't never tell what you're going to see at the truck stop. I don't know what's happening there. Guy is not getting out of his truck yet, so... Maybe there's one there I'm just not seeing. I don't know. Sorry for the distraction there. That looked like that was going to be some... looked like that had potential for a volatile situation there, y'all. The guy in the bobtail, there was this space diagonally to me here in the other corner. There was just a drop trailer sitting there when I got here. And that guy in that bobtail came up and backed up to it earlier, but didn't fully connect to it or anything. Then he took off and ran into the store. And then I saw him coming back across the parking lot, and he started jogging. I guess he saw somebody pull out of another parking space or what, but he came over here and hopped in to his truck, pulled out of that space, and went over here and jumped in this other space. I guess this wasn't his trailer, and he was just parking in front of it while he ran in. And then I guess he didn't I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. That guy that I thought got the parking space stolen from him there is now setting himself up to park in a non-parking space, which is now two wide non-parking spaces. This place is a circus. There's going to be a lot of people have a hard time getting out of this place in the morning. I hope I'm not one of them. Man, these truck drivers are nuts anymore. I know spaces are hard to come by down through here in this stretch, but man, you got to know when to say when. I mean, you can't just keep parking, stacking up on top of each other in spaces that aren't spaces. At some point you got to tap out and say, this place is full. I'm going to have to go figure something else out. I don't know. I'm rambling. Thought I was seeing something crazy there. Well, this whole parking lot's crazy right now, but yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm here. Found a parking space. I can get up in the morning, 20 miles, get this load off hopefully quickly, get to Charlotte, grab a load, and get to Jacksonville for Wednesday, and that's when my schedule really starts getting tight and aggravating. It's going to be a long day Thursday for me. Or Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday is going to be a real long day. Thursday probably be long too. I'm probably going to be pretty tired, but I'll keep there, I'll get back on here and talk about all that as it gets through here. Sorry for the rambling. I'm just feeling kind of lost right now. I'm just going on about this, that, and everything. No real direction here, but we're here. I'll leave you in light of talking about music right now. I just don't have anything prepared to talk about. I'm going to leave a couple of clips. I'm going to leave a clip of when we went to DeSoto Falls in Alabama over the weekend. I'm going to show you the cool staircase that goes down to the overlook down there. Then I'll give you a little video clip, a shot of the falls down there, the big overlook. The waterfall itself wasn't flowing massively, but it was still absolutely gorgeous. And we got to see river otters down there and everything. Glorious place. Camera don't do it justice. But I'll tag those little video clips on at the end of this, So if you want to see them, they'll be there. So that's what I'll part with. So whatever time it is, wherever you're at, if it's morning, noon, nighttime, have a good morning, noon, or evening. Send positive vibes out to everybody that you can. Be good to your neighbors. Be good to your fellow humans. Try and keep this world. Try and help make it a better place than it is right now. And with that, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all on the next one.
What's up, y'all? We are at DeSoto Falls State Park. We're at the actual falls over here. The falls is a little light right now. I thought it would be flowing a lot heavier with the rain, but it is gorgeous here, and Aaron and I are here. We've spotted a river otter down there a couple of times, and we're just sitting here waiting for this thing to pop back up. We're just out road tripping today and wanted to go see some water and some falls, and hello.
Hi.
Yeah, look at this beautiful place here. Look at this. Let's get a nice little, see the waterfall there. The phone really doesn't do this justice for how big and cavernous this is, and man, I wish I could get that river otter on film here, because he's popped up a couple of times. We saw him floating there, and we thought he was a log or something like that. Then it moved and did a backflip in the water and took off swimming, popped back up 2 or 3 minutes later. But yeah, look how gorgeous this is. Look at this amazing place.
Highly recommend.
Yes. What do you think about it, Mama?
That's beautiful.
Yeah. We're gonna get off here. Just got to show you what we're doing on our Sunday here. I did make it home Friday, real late in the evening, but we're making the best of it. We had a good easy day yesterday, and as you can tell, this is pretty sweet today too. Catch back up with you in a little while. Check out this cool staircase here. You can't really see it going down, and then when you come back up, all of these steps have been decorated. Yeah, really, really cool. Glass art here. Really neat. Look at that all the way up. There's a sign up here. It says it was a community project. Said 1,000 people participated in this over time. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, DeSoto Falls, where we're at over here in Alabama. Check this out. There we go. The river runs through it. Yeah, mosaic project. Pretty cool.